All right, all right. And now, I'm paying attention. I'm looking at the live stream and I'm telling you what's going on. So it's pretty much that's what's going on. But LDMMAC, this is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And guys, of course, I got a pioneer in the sport of women's MMA. I got Miss Alexis Alligator Davis. Alexis, how you doing this what day is it? Wednesday evening. How you doing?
Good. I can't keep track of the days of the week either.
Yeah, I know you're doing all this hard training and you submitting people all over the place. It might be hard for you to kind of keep track of these days.
The thing is the holidays. The holidays always screw me up.
Okay. So now you spent the holidays where in you spent it in Canada, like where you from?
No, well, because we just had Thanksgiving, so we have our Canadian Thanksgiving is actually in October.
Yeah.
So, and then for the American Thanksgiving, yeah, we just spent it here, just with friends.
Okay. Now wait a minute. Now I'm kind of curious. Now see now you got me. So Canadian Thanksgiving, do you guys do like the whole turkey and stuff that people do here in America?
Yeah, it's like the same.
Oh, okay. Well, you've already got people in the live stream. See, they're already telling you hello. And okay, Miss Tay Tay Brown asked you. She said, "How are you and the baby, Alexis?"
Well, life is challenging. I'll tell you that.
She said, "Life is
But
challenging."
good. Yeah, he's not even a baby anymore. I feel like it.
Yeah.
He's yeah. Well, you see him. He's distracted because Paw Patrol's on right now, but
Okay.
it's good. It's good. He's got a lot of energy, but he's awesome. He's an awesome kid to have around to bring to the gym, and he keeps me on my toes.
Now, does the little one have any interest? Like, is he starting to mimic you in the gym? Is he starting to do some of your jujitsu moves?
Yes, he does. He he punches the bag already. He'll come up and he'll try to double leg you and tackle you to the ground. I can't sit on the floor because if I sit on the floor, then then I'm in range. So I'm at his level and it's all no holds barred there.
Okay. So Raphael is already a little killer. So now, are you gonna do like what some fighters do? They actually put their kids in like jujitsu tournaments, for the kids.
Um, he's still pretty young. So he hasn't really had a chance to he's done a few classes to kind of interact, but he'll be 3 in March. So, if it's something he's interested in and, obviously I'll introduce it to him, then I'll pursue it with him. But if he'd rather play soccer, then soccer. If he wanted to do dance. I just want to do something that's going to keep him active, keep him out of trouble.
Yeah. Okay. I don't blame you as a parent, because especially when you get like to the middle school age and the high school age, gotta keep them busy. Golly. Speaking of jujitsu, I just, I told you I've been following you since Strike Force, and even when you got signed to Strike Force, I was like, man, I wonder who they gonna pair up at Strike Force because, like you were in like and I thought it was an amateur circuit, but see, I was ignorant because you were actually pro'd in before Strike Force, and
Yeah.
man, but speaking of jujitsu, you got like a jujitsu, you got a black belt in Japanese, and also in Brazilian. So, like,
hmm
what's the difference?
the way I was introduced, I started with Japanese, and it was kind of more like they did a lot of combined martial arts in the place that I studied. Like we did a lot of self defense, more oriented things. My teacher also introduced us to a lot of judo, and kind of my first basic intro into some striking as well. So he kind of did a little bit of everything, and then did some of the basic stuff that you would do in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu on the ground. And then
Okay.
when you come to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, it's mostly ground oriented, and um, it's just a lot more technical, and you're gonna come up with a lot more. It's just so creative the way the things that people kind of come through with. Every time I feel like I turn on the Instagram, or you're watching fights, you're seeing something new every time.
Wow. Hey, Well, I mean, you know, because when I started looking at I was looking at like some of your older fights, and I'm like, now where would she use Japanese jiu-jitsu? And I was trying to figure out what it was and how it was different. But
Yeah, it was more of self-defense, kind of, yeah, oriented than anything.
but you a black belt, okay? You a black like. How long did it take you to get a black belt? Oh, hold on, Alexis. I think okay. They're saying they see half of your head. Okay, so you split in half. That's pretty. That'll be a pretty cool logo. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I think half of you are in the screen and half of you are not in the screen.
Is it?
There you go.
Am I more? Am I better?
She's in. There it is now, guys. Yeah, you better. Oh, wait a minute. Shout out in the super chat. Now, what happens in the super chat, Alexis, is that people, I guess, when they're talking, they put up like these super chat dollars, and what I do is I just distribute it to fighters. I've done that since I started my channel. I just give it to up and coming fighters, cause I mean, well, you know, like when you're a young fighter, you're just starting out. You know, gas, some groceries here and there, everything helps out. You know, it's kind of like, so I give it over to like very young fighters that's needy. So, yeah. So and Keith, the body snatcher, he gave $2 to a super chat. So that's gonna go to a fighter.
You know what? Well, I'm gonna donate it. So.
Okay, there it is. Alexis.
Sorry. Can't help it.
Man, alligator, I love it.
There's always people out there who need. Like I like to donate a lot because I've had a niece who struggled with got diagnosed with cancer when she was 6. So that's been something that's been near and dear to my heart. That it's like you always know somebody until like it hits your family.
Was this a niece? Wait a minute. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You said it was your niece that got diagnosed?
Yeah. And
Okay.
she's doing good now. She's in remission, but man, that was hard. That was when I was pregnant, and like it's just a long process going through that. And she, you know, thank God she was one of the lucky ones because she was diagnosed pretty late. So, but you know, try to think in the greater world that things happen for a reason, but sometimes it's hard to see what the reason is.
It's the fighter in your family, Alexis. It's the fighter. You guys, you're a family of fighters. Y'all fight everything. That's
She's the toughest one of them all. She don't take no sass from nobody.
Okay, wait a minute. And I mean, now she don't take any sass from you either, right?
No, man.
Wow. Okay. So, hey, Alexis, how long did it take you to get your black belt in BJJ?
Mommy.
Oh man.
Mommy, that's
Yes, honey. Are you gonna say hi? You wanna say hi to everybody?
Yes.
He's like, I don't care. I just want to watch dinosaurs.
Raphael, man, we're gonna play with some dinosaurs. I wish I had a dinosaur. I'd give it to him right now. You know.
Oh, my dinosaur.
That's what's up. Rawr! Man.
Okay.
You get.
Okay.
Mommy.
Man, I don't know. I started when I lived back in Canada. Okay, honey.
Beep, beep.
I warned you.
That's okay. That's okay. Trust me. I've had fighters put their kids in the camera before. It's all good with me.
Man, I don't even. I'm trying to remember when I started because I had my first fight in 2007. So I think it was a purple belt around that time. And then I just got my black belt. It's been like 6 years since I got my black belt.
That's a long time to get a black belt. And see.
Yeah, and that, you know, everybody's different. It depends on like your training regimen and everything. And I was pretty strict. Like I trained every day, a few times a day back then. So, you know, I was fortunate. And I was a 4-stripe brown belt when I moved to California. And then got my black belt when I was here. But total difference coming to California, like it's like the mecca for jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you got a lot of senseis in there. You ever get to train with a guy named Master Rafael Cordero?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. I know. You know what? I've been. Well, it's kind of hard with the dinosaur, but I know I'd really like to like go down and go to San Diego and train, and you know, well, just like I'd love to hit the Performance Institute too for the UFC, and I haven't been there yet.
Really?
A lot of players say how awesome it is.
Yeah, you know.
Like we went and I checked it out when they had the grand opening, but I haven't had a chance to train there.
Oh, so you didn't get a chance to let them see how fast you throw a punch, you know, how many takedowns you can do in a minute, you know, that kind of thing. You know, I just saw that they do stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can calculate a whole lot of stuff. But, you know, with you,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Even like they have nutritionists on hand and a lot of recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. You know what? Okay. I'm gonna get some of these questions here, okay? And I think a few people they're already asking you questions. Okay. So this question is from Mr. George Page. He asked you. He said, "Oh, what is his favorite dinosaur?"
Right now, it's the Spinosaurus.
Okay, a Spinosaurus. Wait a minute. What the heck is that? Spinosaurus.
So, oh man, look, there's one on the table.
Okay.
He just got excited. It's got a little spine on its back.
Oh, a Spinosaurus. Okay, I thought. Man, I feel stupid.
Oh, are you okay? He's going potty.
Okay, so 2 years old and he's already potty trained. Hot diggity dog. Man,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, Rugby Queen in the super chat. She said, "I wish I can stay." She says, "I have to get back to work. Take care, Coach. Take care, Alexis." All right, getting a lot of love on the channel, and you know, definitely everybody's here, and we got a nice little crowd. Okay, so what I want to ask, okay, your last fight you fought against Caitlin Chikugian. Okay, were you shocked that the judges gave her a unanimous decision? I mean, it was a tough fight, but were you in the end shocked?
I was a little surprised, but you know, I feel like I won some ones that were pretty close as well. Like, but you know, I just try to take the positive. Sorry, I'm like watching him out of the corner of my eye.
Go ahead, go right ahead.
The positive out of that experience, that I felt more like myself than I have in a long time. I kind of felt like, you know, I was going through a few hurdles, like just not feeling myself as I was fighting, you know, back like in my Strike Force days. You know, I just felt like I was more hesitant, and I was just like too much overthinking and not in the right mindset. And even though I lost that one, I still feel really good about it. Like I felt like my striking was more so over than it has been in a long time. Now I just gotta get down to that wrestling. But I just like to punch people. It's hard.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I actually thought it was a competitive matchup. I thought it was a competitive matchup between, you know, two well-skilled fighters. You know, I didn't see it as a, you know, like every single round for her. I actually saw I thought it was going to be a split decision, and I thought it was actually a toss-up fight. I thought the fight was very close actually, and in fact, I picked you to win. And I'm gonna tell you what I was doing. See, I got UFC 3, and I was playing as Alexis Davis. I swear, I promise you. I was playing as you, and I was visualizing. So I would not let anybody else play. I would just let Caitlin Chikugian just sit there idle. And then I just go in there and beat her up as Alexis Davis because I visualized you winning the fight, man. I'm telling you, I was right there. Yeah. Hey, but have you ever had a chance to play yourself?
No. You know what? I haven't played the game in a long time.
Alexis, you got to play as Alexis Davis. You know, some of those stats, though, you know, I don't know. Like some of your speed stats, I think they're just hating on you. I think you're a little faster than what they got on there, though. I think so.
It scares me sometimes. He doesn't have pants on. It scares me.
Oh, Lord Jesus. That's okay. Hey, that's what a 2-year-old do. Hey, but you're a good mom. Hey, okay. I got
Come here, honey.
Yeah. Raphael. Okay, chat. His name is Raphael. Okay.
Yeah. He's very excited. Dinosaur.
And guys,
There you go.
we got Alexis Davis in the chat, y'all. So you know, see guys, I like talking to the fighters in their element. You know, And this is her element, y'all. This is her element. She's right here in it, and I'm very thankful that I have you here. Okay, okay. This is a two-part question.
Okay,
What do
I'm
you
ready.
What do you think your best? Okay, who was your best victor? Like out of all the, because you've had like 27 pro fights. Who was your best victor?
Oh, I think it was one of the last Kaufman fight.
Mommy.
You know, finally getting that win.
Yeah, yeah, cause you fought Kaufman 3 times.
Yeah, but she was my very first fight
Oh man.
way back like 2007,
Hmm.
and then then I fought her in and then I fought her Strike Force, and then I fought her UFC. So you know, it was kind of like getting over that hurdle is just showing how far I feel like I've come in this sport. Oh no! Oh well. He just exited, so now I can't see myself.
Oh.
So.
That's okay. We still see. We still
Okay.
see. He's a young man. What's up, Raphael? How you doing, man? You gotta stay in school, okay? If you think don't blink, don't ever drink. Stay in school, okay? See,
Listen to mom. You listen to mom.
listen to your mom, sir.
No, don't put that in your mouth, sweetie.
Yeah, you can't eat the Spinosaurus because you might swallow that and, you know.
So what was the other part? Other part of the two-part question.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now the other part of the question is, would you ever want to face Amanda Nunes again? Because that was a huge win. A huge win.
Oh, I'd fight anybody again. Well, you know, I'd love to fight Ronda again, but that's never gonna happen. I think she makes too much money in the WWE.
Yeah, well, if you fight Ronda again, you have to go to the WWE, but it's gonna be scripted now, and chances are,
but could you imagine the paycheck though?
Yeah, it'll be a huge paycheck. So hey, you ought to just go over there, you know, go into the audience, go get you a ticket, and then just get up and just say, "I'll challenge you right now," you know. And hey, I'm sure Vince McMahon, he'll probably say, "Yeah, Alexis Davis, yeah, sure, yeah, sign her." Oh, sign her. But you have a lot of MMA fighters that cross over into wrestling. I mean, is that something you ever thought about doing?
You know, I've had some offers. But yeah, not something I maybe at the end or something, but that's something I'm really looking into right now.
Yeah, cause you're pretty young. I mean, you don't know what you like in your early 30s. I mean, you young. Got like a lot of stuff, you know, still that you can do.
I don't know, man. Sometimes after getting out of sparring today, I felt old.
Nah, you're not old. You still got your reflexes. You still moving. You still going in there. You're aggressive. I mean, you know, I've watched. I'm telling you, when I tell you I've binge watched you before, just actually, you know, like just looking at some of like your stylistic matchups. You know.
Yeah. You know what? I feel really good. Like I feel like I need to do this for another 10 more years. I probably won't, but I still feel good.
Yeah, because you don't look like you age much. I mean, because when you was in Strike, I'm telling you, I was watching you in Strike Force. In Strike Force, everybody was getting all the heat in Strike Force. It was smoke everywhere. And, you know, you had all these fights. Okay, so this whole thing, you know, it was you, it was Chris Cyborg, it was Misha Tate. It was a lot of you pioneers in Strike Force. Okay, what were you doing when they first announced to you, hey, we want you to fight this Brazilian named Amanda Nunes? Like, what was your first thoughts?
We thought, well, I'm still like, I'm like, I don't care, I'll fight anybody. But you're like, I feel like they're just trying to, we heard rumors that they were just trying to push to try to get her up to, you know, use me as a stepping stone. And I was like, oh, I don't think so. Like,
but Alexis, I want to talk about what. See, I love talking about like what you do, stylist. Like she tried to actually flip you over, okay? And I want to, you know, my ground game skills. I'm a former boxer, so forgive me. I don't know if it was a Ostagari. I wasn't sure, but she tried to flip you over.
yes.
And then you rolled her back over.
Yeah,
And it was almost like she lost. It was almost like she just, I don't know, because you started hitting her, and it's like, okay, is she gonna try to get up? And it's almost like she didn't want to fight anymore. Like,
Yeah.
what
Well,
was your
I
what was
had
your
my
thoughts?
hooks too, and I kind of flattened her out, so it was gonna be hard for her to get out of that. But
Cause see, she tried to bully you for most of the fight, but I noticed that you kept a constant underhook. You know, like I noticed that you kept the underhooks. Even when she was forcing you back against the cage, you kept your underhooks. Like, what's like the significance of a good underhook?
well, it's gonna prevent them a lot. Like even if she wanted to use wrestling for a takedown, I can use that to kind of elevate her to go up. And that's one thing that can help escape you to get off the fence.
And you was giving like a ton of knees, man, and I felt like those knees were just sucking the stamina right out of her. Like the knees were consistent.
Yeah, and you know what? That's so like that was the thing that I felt like she needed that. Well, that's how I fight regardless. But to add the pressure, but I really wanted to kind of utilize that her because at that point I think she had. God, what was she? Was she like 6-1 or something, or 6-0, and she was just knocking people out like left, right, and center. So I just didn't want to be at the range of her punches. I was just gonna add that pressure.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, I thought you did a good job of closing the distance and avoiding those strikes, especially her right hand, because her right hand is very dangerous, and it's like
yes,
a
yeah.
man.
Oh man, but I'm stoked though to see her in Cyborg fight.
Okay, so you just got through training with Cyborg. I mean, what was that like?
Man, I've never seen anybody work as hard as she does. Like, she's like, just go nonstop. She's a workhorse, and super humble, super respectful. Like, it was a great kind of experience for me, for a learning experience. And you think you know it's kind of like she's gonna come in like try to be like you know, but no, she was very respectful. She was very like, I've come here to learn, and you know just. But you know I have a lot of respect for Amanda as well. Like every time I see her, we talk and kind of see like I don't know, we've been kind of MMA friends I guess since even back in because that's what I think happens when you fight somebody. You just get this the next level of respect for them. And I've seen her at Invicta when we did like the Invicta, and now we're both in the UFC, so it's great. Yeah, but I get along with everybody who I fight with.
So now, what kind of stuff were you teaching Cyborg? Because I'm gonna be honest, Alexis. If I was a fighter, I would sit there and I would take notes. I don't care if I knocked everybody out. I don't care if I'm the top male fighter in the world. I would sit and listen to you because I've seen some of your trilogies or some of your rematches. I've seen them all. Okay. What were you teaching Cyborg? I mean, if anything, you can reveal to us.
I can't tell you the secrets.
Oh no. Okay. What did she teach you?
You know what? She worked a lot with, her ground game. You never get a chance to see it, but it's phenomenal. Just the way she moves and her pressure. So that was, it's just it was just a huge fun experience to have her there, and giving you different looks. I love when you have new fighters that come in from different training camps or different parts of the world, because they just give you different looks and things you can't just mimic, like trying to pull it off in just your little gym.
Dang, and that's a misconception. A lot of people say Chris Cyborg don't have a ground game, but I try to tell people, I'm like, I think she got a ground game because she be wrestling with a lot of. I think she used to wrestle with a lot of high school guys at one point, and then she was doing that, and then she got a brown belt in BJJ. So,
Yeah.
God Almighty. Okay, well there it is, guys. That's the magic question. That's what y'all wanted to know. Y'all wanted to know what was training with Cyborg like, and then somebody else asked you, how was it fighting Nunes? I gotta ask you, okay? Now this was early in your career. You fought against a true trailblazer in Tara LaRosa. Now this is the same Tara
And you wouldn't
LaRosa.
say Trailblazer, you're gonna say Tara LaRosa.
Tara LaRosa. I'm telling you, Tara LaRosa is, that's the same Tara that beat up that troll. I wish I had a third of his energy. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so do I.
If I had a third of that kid's energy, man, I'd be rich right now. How you doing, sir? That's right. Glad to see him.
Papa.
Yeah. Oh man, I love my fight. And Tara's really cool. I hear from her every once in a while. Yeah, go get your milk over there, honey. Like, will he be distracted?
Nah, mama talking.
Man, you know what? That's what I wish I could sometimes go back in those days and have those fights. Or you know what? Back then it was like there's so much more pressure now. I think, and that's what like even that I try to go back to with just like, hey, I'm just I didn't start fighting thinking I was going to make any money off of it. I'm like, I just started doing it for fun. So I'm like, just go in there and you just forget everything and being able to, I don't know. I don't have to be mad to fight. I'm like, I'm having fun. Like half the time I'm smiling because I'm like, oh, that was, like that was a good hit.
That'll freak me out if I'm hitting somebody as hard as I can and they laughing or smiling at me. I don't know. That's probably demoralizing. So maybe that's one of your strategies that you like to use to make these people afraid of you. I don't know. But hey, what do you think about Tara LaRosa beating up that troll? That the guy. Please
I've seen that. I've seen the video too.
I mean, so it was.
I think she was too nice. Come on.
So you actually thought she should have beat him up a little bit more to teach him a lesson?
Yeah, I'm like, that's not Tara. She's been way too nice.
I was kind of happy when she did it because it was almost making it seem he was kind of taking a crap on the arts, and you guys, because y'all female, you guys are studying this stuff before you guys can walk. Y'all are doing something, and I thought it was disrespectful to have somebody come in who it's almost like they're trying to disrespect what you do and they've never done it. Oh, I'm some big strong man, I'm gonna beat you up. Man, he got his butt handed to him. I was glad. I mean, during this thing,
the sad thing is like, I know a lot for us as females. We get a lot of people that are trolls, I guess, messages that you get on social media or just, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times they're just trying to get a reaction out of you. So.
Well, that guy got a reaction because I think Tara LaRosa is like 42, and she beat the wheels off him. I'm like, man, I didn't think somebody can get beat up that bad. And so then people were saying, well, he was holding back. I said, nah, he wasn't holding back. This boy got his butt whooped. Okay, it was a plain, clear fashion butt whooping, old country Southern style whooping. That's what he got. Exactly what happened to him. But yeah, you guys, y'all got thick skin, man, because y'all take a lot of crap on social media. And
you have to. You have to. Like, well, when you're in any sort of, I guess, entertainment media industry, that you're publicized so much that I feel you have to have a thick skin. You can't take it to heart because there's so many keyboard warriors out there. Are you okay? I don't know where your dinosaur went. Believe me, I couldn't. He has like 1,000 dinosaurs. I wouldn't know which one.
Really? And so he's asking you where that one is.
Yeah, where's that one dinosaur?
Man, I'm telling you, that kid's got some energy. I'm telling you, he might. Don't be surprised if he follow in mom's footsteps. I'm just saying.
Anything to keep him busy.
Okay.
Like, he's like this until like even bedtime. I'm like, okay, it's time to relax, time to calm down.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of you, how did you get the name Alligator? Like, I'm like, what is that? How?
I actually got it from my friend Sam. It kind of came from, well, like back home, like especially with my family. Some people here know who you're talking about, calling me Alexis. Everybody calls me Allie. So when I lived in Florida on and off for about a year before I moved to California. And I don't know, just kind of their, Gator, Florida Gators, just come up, must be the alligator.
Okay. So you're a Florida Gator fan. Oh man, I can't talk to you anymore. Nah, Florida Gator.
No.
Steve.
No. I just Florida and Gators in general, not necessarily the sports team.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay. Okay.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna just die being in California. I say that.
Okay, all right. You got okay. We got some questions, guys, because you know she got a 2 year old. I can't keep her all night. I would love to. I can talk to her all day, man. This is incredible, guys. I'm talking to Alexis Davis, so you got to understand. I was a little choked up. I've done tons of interviews, but I'm like, dang, man. I'm talking to like I've seen you on TV in your Strike Force days. I've seen you. You know what? 5 years in the UFC. That's almost like unheard of nowadays. Like,
I'm like, I don't even got like half the time I don't even remember my record. I'm like, I don't even know how long.
oh, I know your record, 19-8, and you're about to be, I think, how many? You're about to be the fifth woman in history to get 20 wins in MMA. So I'm thinking you about to make history. 20 wins, it's coming, it's coming. If those judges don't hate on you, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you.
No, I just gotta let it not go to the judges. That's the thing.
Yes, knock them out, knock them out. But do you ever get frustrated though? Like, you ever take a look at some of the judges? And this is no disrespect. I'm like, man, this guy looked like he hadn't exercised since I don't know, since he was born. Like, I'm like, these are some of the most unathletic people, and I almost think that, do any of these guys have fighting backgrounds? These judges.
You know what? It was funny. I can't remember who I was talking to, but we were like, I really think that they should do is have some of the retired fighters as judges.
It'll make a whole
I'm
lot
like,
more
at
sense.
least they have a more of an understanding of sports, because they do have, in some sense, with like boxers, but then you have like the boxing judges that are coming in and judging our fights, and they don't quite understand the ground aspect of it. So.
No, and I also noticed too, MMA judges they hate they hate point fighting. Like, if you're like a striker and you outpoint your opponent and you stay away from them, they don't like that. So
Yeah.
I've noticed that. I've been monitoring these judges, but I know you got a couple of boxing judges. So, and I was a boxer and I've come from boxing background, so that's what happens. Robberies. I start thinking, dang it, boxing judges are in MMA doing the same thing, man. Because it's a couple of fights
Oh,
this year.
hold
Okay,
on.
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. You got it. We talking to the alligator. Okay, I'm gonna ask who she wants to fight next. I'm gonna ask that. Hold on, TC Johnson. All you guys, 2 division champ. Tara wanted to fight Gina Carano. Yeah, she did. Okay, I don't know if I asked her already, but what are your inspiration? No, I'll ask her inspiration as a fighter. I probably got about maybe 5 minutes, because you can tell she's busy, y'all. Extremely busy with 2 year olds. So I didn't want to keep her past a
I'm
half hour.
coming.
Definitely, guys.
There was a boo boo.
Oh no, he fell.
Yeah, I think he really made it sound like worse than what it was.
Okay,
He's
cause
fine now.
man, he's got some Super Saiyan recovery ability, man. I tell you, the guy, man, that's crazy. Okay, so Alexis, the question that's going on in this live chat now: who do you want to fight next?
You know what? I don't really care who I fight next. I like to fight someone, obviously, up in the rankings. But I'm like, I'm right now. I'm trying to work on. I'm like, I want to go back to Vegas and fight.
Vegas.
I'm
Okay.
like, hey, send me the next Vegas card. Just give me whoever you want. Who's ever free. I'm like,
You got to stack.
I'm like,
division.
I'm like, obviously, we all want to move up in the rankings and get that title shot. But I'm like, deep down, we're just fighters. I'm like, we don't, most of us, I'm like, we don't really care. Just give us someone in front of us.
You got a stacked division in front of you. Oh yeah, and let me
Yeah.
ask you this: what made you God, I can't get it out. What actually made you go down from a bantamweight to the flyweight division?
Well, I was always, I was considering it before I got signed with UFC, but then obviously that wasn't an option because they only had the bantamweights at the time. So, it's not really hard for me to do 135, the bantamweight divisions. Like I was saying, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks before my fight, I'm like, I'm eating like chili cheese fries and, burgers. And I'm like, it's like, I could just get away with so much more. So I'm like, when they finally decided that they were going to do for the 125 females, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm like, let's do it. Like, I'm just going to try myself out in that division. And sometimes I found like I was a smaller fighter when it came to, because we had a lot of the 45ers that were moving down the featherweight. So,
Yeah.
like, and then I don't know, in a few years or so or something, maybe I'll change and go get sick of dieting and go back up to bantamweight.
Man, you know, you were actually doing well at bantamweight as well. I mean, I'm sorry, you fought some big fighters. You fought Kaufman. Kaufman is a big bantamweight, and you know, after three attempts, boy, you got it on the last try, man. I mean, and I was happy.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, I was happy. I was happy when you got it that last time because I can just see the excitement of elation on your face. I mean, you got some crazy wins. Like you beat Liz Carmouche twice. You beat Cindy Dandois, who's like just crazy grappler. You know, you got Kedzie on your resume. You got Tanya Evinger on your resume. What, like 2 times?
Yes, yes.
You got some scalps on your resume.
Man, I don't know what's going on with her either. Like, I haven't seen her fight in a minute.
Yeah, she had that last fight with Aspen Ladd. You know. She just didn't look like herself. You know, she just wasn't. I didn't think she was 100% healthy. That's what I thought.
I don't think she ever fights 100% healthy.
Man.
Do you need help?
Wow. Okay, will anybody ask your last questions now, because she's definitely got that 2-year-old, and I definitely don't want to keep her away from that long. Okay. Feed her Nico Montano. I don't think Nico would fight Alexis. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, okay. All right. So 4 questions. Okay, Alexis, what was the atmosphere like in Strike Force, and how was the pay? Wow, boy, you getting kind of personal there with the pay, man.
Well, I think it was kind of, the atmosphere in Strike Force was very similar because it was, it was big back when we actually had it. And then it kind of helped me move on. Raphael! Move on to the UFC a lot easier. He's got the end of the toilet paper.
You gotta take. Oh, he's using the bathroom.
He's out of the bathroom.
Okay.
He's out of the bathroom.
See, look, you're a good teacher as well. You taught him how to be potty trained, and look at him. That's because of you. That's all because of you.
He's running around with like a 20 feet thing of toilet paper.
Okay. All right. Question.
And the pay, you know what? I'll tell you one thing that drove me crazy with Strike Force is that they played a lot of favorites. Like, I remember, because with the UFC, they post how much you make. It's pretty much public knowledge. When I fought Amanda Nunes, this is the only thing that drove me crazy. I won, and she still made more money than I did.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Hey, you should have said, "Hey, Scott."
I need a better manager or something at the time. Damn, my contract sucks.
You should have said, "Hey, Scott Coker, come on, man. I gave you fight of the night. Throw some money in there, Scott. That's not gonna hurt you. Come on, Scott. Man. Yeah, y'all asking them. Hey, no, asking a woman about a personal pay. That's a pay. That's a pay. Cut it out. Okay, all right. George Page says, Who do you think Jan Jacek? Do you think Jan Jacek has a chance against Valentina Shevchenko?
Yes, they fought each other before in Muay Thai.
3 times.
Yeah. So,
Valentina won them all.
I think I was gonna say, and I still think Valentina's gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a very entertaining fight. And I'd like to see what she looks like going up to 125.
Okay, see, all you Jan Jacek fans, I told y'all. See, now she's a professional. She's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. She's a Muay Thai practitioner. She knows how to box. Listen, she said it, so I'm gonna believe her. Yes, I believe her. Yes, she's the fighter. You're not a fighter. There you go. Oh man, thanks. Yes. One of my top favorite Canadian fighters now. That's why I like Canada, because of you. Okay, Channel MMA with Jay. Shout out to Channel.
Hold on, Jay.
Last 2 questions, guys.
What's wrong?
Uh-oh, he fell down, guys. I might have kept this short. Hey, this is it. No,
Where's this friend from?
TJ, that was actually. Oh, Jay, she answered that question. She thought Cyborg is probably gonna win because she talked about Chris's ground game. Oh, it's gonna be okay. Anyway, yeah, me too, George. Me too. He must have fell down. Yeah, but Jay, she answered that question like she said she thought Chris would win. She didn't say what round. From the win over the bantamweight champ. Okay, Nunes. Let's see.
Okay.
We almost. I don't know how you're gonna explain. Oh, it's gonna be okay.
I think we might have to call it short.
Yes, we're gonna call it short. Okay, guys. Alexis, I appreciate it. And join us again right before your next fight.
Oh, take it off. Pardon?
I said, hey, and can we get you back before you fight again?
Yes. Yeah, I owe you one.
No, I'm appreciative. This is look. I've had you, Sarge Eubanks, all you guys got kids, and it's fine. But guys, we're gonna cut it short. Okay, this is Alexis Alligator Davis, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison and Mr. Raphael. I'm done.
Yeah.
What are you guys waiting on? Subscribe.
Hopefully we'll see you back.
Yes, yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Adios.
Bye.